your Norcast weather update. Brought to you by East Coast Roofing, Siding, and Windows, offering the best roof warranty in the business. Our warranty covers 50 years of materials, 25 years of workmanship, and leak-free guarantee. Call 609-646-1444.
All right, good morning, everybody. It is Monday. It is time to get back to the daily grind. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Obviously, yesterday was much nicer than Saturday. We had rain that kind of lingered a little while longer than we expected on Saturday. But you know what? I think we got through the weekend A-OK. I don't have time to wait for the full pre-show to play out. We got to get right down the brass tacks here. For those of you who have been following me for a long time, you know I am not one to put superfluous information out there to scare anybody, to put clickbait out and that kind of stuff. I don't have to. I've been around long enough where I think my reputation speaks for itself. With this situation, my concerns are elevated. It has potential. It has a lot of potential, actually, because a lot of times when these things come through, it doesn't get here till 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night, or it's coming through early in the morning. The maximum daytime heating part of the day, it's the heart of the afternoon. And that's when it looks like this front is going to start to cross over into our area. So we've got some sun out there already. And I put out there all day yesterday, this is all going to come down to one thing, the sun. How much of it can we see? Does it stay out all day? If it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon and it's still sunny, because I'm looking out the window right now here in Washington Township, it's brilliantly sunny. If it stays like this, watch out. And I'm not saying that to scare anybody. It's just basic science here, okay? Now, of course, there's always that chance that the last minute you get a breakup. Of course, the line is starting to form in western Pennsylvania right now, but don't forget, it has to come through the mountains. Mountains obviously disrupt these storms a little bit. They lose their intensity, but I think after the mountain range, if there's enough sun, clearly it is humid, it's sticky out there. We got dew points in the low to mid 60s. We have the conditions for these storms to fire back up as they come through the Philly metro area. And in South Jersey, I would say Camden, Gloucester, Salem County, your greatest opportunity to get in on these strong thunderstorms, all right? Towards the shore, you're going to enter a more stable environment. This is very classic. You have these strong storms and then they fizzle and they die a little bit as they get closer to the beaches. So that's what we are looking at. The timing of this is between, say, 2 and 8 o'clock tonight. All right, so there is that window of opportunity there. So we will continue to watch things through the morning and afternoon, and I will be on the page all day long. I will walk you through any severe weather potential that comes our way. So with that, I'm going to start our presentation and get right into our show here. And we got to lighten up the mood a little bit because we have some heavy stuff to talk about in the next 15 or 20 minutes here. So we are going to talk about our national calendar. And today is National Do Something Good for Your Neighbor Day. That's always good. Maybe they'll bake you a cake in return. It's Vesak, I don't know what that is, but it's happening today. It's National Sea Monkey Day, National Piercing Day, National Mimosa Day, Love a Tree Day, honor our LGBT Elders Day. It's National St. Jacques Day, National Biographers Day, National Barbecue Day, Drawing Day, Buddha Purnima. It's Grayson Crisley's birthday. It's Bike to Work Week, National American Craft Beer Week, and it is IU's birthday. All right. I never really know who these people are that were celebrating their birthday, but hey, everybody has a birthday and everybody is, entitled to have their birthday out there. All right, let's get on over to our frame here. Oh boy, I'm double clicking all over the place. All right, hit that. All right, it's Monday, forgive me. Here we go. Who got to see the lunar eclipse last night? It was gorgeous, wasn't it? It was that beautiful blood look, that red hue that came over the surface of the moon. And this is just after midnight. I was fast asleep because I had to prepare for severe weather coverage today, but really cool to see. Out over Fortescue, we have some areas of foggy conditions off in the distance over the Delaware Bay, but it is calm right now, and above the fog, you can see the crystal clear blue sky. That is not what you want to see. I much rather have overcast skies right now, honestly. And I'm hoping the skies can become cloudy because that would put us in a much better position for this afternoon. Right now, looking over the Great Egg Harbor Bay, Ocean City into Summers Point, no fog there. You have a few clouds, but overall calm conditions. Dew point 61, 62 our actual air temperature. So yeah, relative humidity is high at 96%. Winds are light out of the south-southwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour. A few areas of lower visibility right now down to a mile in Glassboro and northern Delaware in the Wilmington area, and over western or central Pennsylvania rather, a little bit on the sketchy side trying to travel. But by and large, you'll be able to get through these conditions just fine, and that fog will be dissipating quickly. Winds are light. Yes, we are talking about the potential for damaging winds. Now, this is not the same type of scenario that we had last week. Remember? I mean, how could you possibly forget? We had 40-mile-an-hour winds for like 6 days in a row. This is not that. This is not going to become that. It is a quick-hitting thing. Yes, damaging winds, gust over 60 miles an hour are possible, and the chances are elevated. Elevated even since last time we talked last night. Up to like a 45% chance for some of the viewing area. This is not an all-day thing. It's maybe a 2 or 3 hour window as those storms are coming up. And in reality, even a 15 to 20 minute window, trying to really get hyper specific here with those individual storms, or if there's a line of storms that holds together and moves through. The line should be narrow, so that means it's not going to be a long-lasting thing. So enjoy the calm weather right now, because we are likely going to have a turbulent wrap-up to the day. We have winds at 5 in Hamilton, 7 in Atlantic City, 7 in Toms River, 5 up in Doylestown, and the winds are off of the ocean. We generally have that southerly flow ahead of our front. Our front is back here over western Pennsylvania. You can see the difference. 54 in Chicago, but 66 in Philadelphia. We're going to be squeezing this warm, humid air out ahead of the front. As the front knocks on our doorsteps, we're going to introduce the chance of showers and thunderstorms coming in mid and late afternoon. Right now we're at 65 in Marlton, but 53. That oceanic influence has a heavy hand in where the temperatures go. Asbury Park, we're currently at 61 in Toms River, 58 in Tuckerton. Now, this wind off of the ocean, it stabilizes the atmosphere, okay? This is good. If you're watching at the beaches, if this line gets to you, it's probably just heavy rain 5, 6 o'clock this afternoon or early evening, okay? So a more stable environment means that as these storms cross over the Delaware River, into southwest New Jersey, they are likely going to be strongest right here, but then they get towards the Buna Triangle, points east, Egg Harbor Township, Mays Landing. You'll still probably get thunder and lightning and all that, but a reduced version of what they were over Pennsylvania. So I just want you to go about the day knowing that you have less of a chance for the turbulent weather to the east than you do across the Philadelphia metropolitan area. 66 in Glassboro, 65 in Vineland, 65 in Wilmington, out in Lancaster as well, 65 in Dover, down in Rehoboth at 56 degrees right now. So not bad. It is toasty out there, further adding to all of these conditions that come together for strong thunderstorms this afternoon and evening. So we've got a yellow light across the board in your travel, generally speaking, because there are some areas where you might be hopping into some fog. Slow it, tap the brakes, all that kind of stuff. I think most of the area is fine, though. Temperatures are going to be warming up to around 70 degrees by the 9 o'clock hour. Nothing going on Doppler radar right now as we sweep the region. A couple light showers offshore, a little mass of rain just to the north of Harrisburg. We got to zoom out to see where our storm is currently situated. So here's our cold front, and you see coming right through the Pittsburgh area. Kind of impressive for 7:30 in the morning, right? We've got the showers and thunderstorms, even a little bit of linear action going on over the border of West Virginia and southwest Pennsylvania right now. This is all going to be pushing to the east And as it takes advantage of that daytime heating and the instability with the sunshine out ahead of it, we are likely going to be seeing this area grow over time, and this is all moving to the east. Best case scenario we can see for us is, it missing to the north. This is going to hit somebody. There's a wide area of real estate that we're highlighting for the potential for severe weather conditions this afternoon and evening. The thing that folks need to understand is just because we highlight an area does not mean you are going to see those conditions. It's an educated guess based on the technology we have where these storms are likely to head, those areas that they'll head into. So don't go at 6 o'clock if you don't get a storm. And I'm expecting there will be some of you that don't get storms saying, oh, they were wrong again. That's not the case. You got to figure out how we forecast this stuff. Anyway, behind that front, we've got high pressure building in and nice weather across the center part of the country, and things are looking good after that front gets out of here. So we're dry for the first part of the day. Then we are looking at rain and storms coming in the mid-afternoon. Some of those storms are going to be strong to severe. So we're talking high winds.
Sorry, could you say that again?
No, I can't say that again. Shut up, Siri. Lightning, an isolated tornado, possible. Okay, so all of these conditions, anything that you expect with severe thunderstorms, that is actually what we are likely going to see. You technically have a chance of a tornado with any severe thunderstorm, so we're just bringing that to the forefront. There is a 5% chance of tornadic activity, and I'll show you that in just a second and explain what that means. Then we clear out for your Tuesday, and we see a huge improvement with our weather, with our pattern. It gets rid of that pesky upper level low that has been plaguing our area since last weekend. It's finally gone. We are going to crawl out of the abyss and we'll see some really nice weather. So this is the Storm Prediction Center's outlook. This is the convective outlook. And it basically throws different regions into different categories, and what kind of storms we see in those regions varies by location. In orange, we are at a level 3. This means an enhanced risk of thunderstorms. Personally, I don't like the way the Storm Prediction Center does things, because how does this make any sense? Slight, enhanced, you get up here, moderate, high. Marginal, slight. How does that make any sense? So we just add words here to make it make sense to you. In the orange shaded area, numerous strong thunderstorms are possible. This is where we are expecting the worst of the weather. This is going to be all of eastern Pennsylvania, down into Baltimore, down into Washington, most of the state of Delaware, down south of Dover, and then creeping into South Jersey. So portions of Camden, Gloucester, Salem, Cumberland County, and then the Philadelphia metro area. This is where numerous severe thunderstorms are possible. In the yellow, yes, severe weather is possible for you too. If you're watching in Tuckerton and Port Republic and Absecon and Galloway, Egg Harbor Township, Mays Landing. Look, I'm from that area. I'm going to name those towns off very easily. You still have this chance of damaging winds and heavy rain and frequent lightning, all that kind of stuff. But with that oceanic influence, I'm expecting these storms to collapse on themselves and you'll end up with heavy rain. That is the most likely scenario. So that is why we are at a level 2, meaning scattered severe thunderstorms are possible. All right, now we got to dive into the actual conditions here and what is possible. The tornado chance. This hasn't really budged since yesterday. It's wiggled around a little bit by 5 or 10 miles, but the overall idea remains the same. A 5% chance of tornadic activity in the brown shaded area. So this is going to include Northwest Burlington, Camden, Gloucester, Salem, even Cumberland County kind of split in half there with a 2% chance in green for the coastline. Now, I know exactly what you are thinking right now. For those of you who are maybe new to checking out weather and following it, let me explain. Just because you see a 5% chance, you're like, oh, there's a 95% chance that it's not going to happen. And yes, that is true. This 5% chance means that any location in this brown shaded area has about a 5% chance. Okay, so it looks low, but at the same time, you have to take into consideration the track record of these things is pretty eye-popping. Over the past 3 years, every single confirmed tornado that we've had has occurred in at least a 2 to 5% range, okay? So this might not be significant for, say, the Midwest or the South, but for us, it is. With the exception of Tropical Storm Ida, which was in September, that was a 10% chance of tornadoes. 5% is elevated for our area. So we want to pay attention to how things come together. Let's talk about the formation of tornadoes. You need several ingredients. The main ingredient is your wind setup, okay? So wind shear. Wind shear is change in wind direction with height. So at the upper levels, the mid levels of the atmosphere, you might have the wind going in one direction, and then at the surface, it'll be going another. So this mixes, and it creates this horizontal rotation. I know it kind of looks like a Pepsi can now, right? So you got this horizontal rotation. That in and of itself is not doing much, okay? So you got the rotation there, you got the shear happening, but you need the sun. This is where the sun plays a huge role. So it beats down on the ground doesn't retain a whole lot of energy, that air rises back up into the atmosphere. It cools, it condenses, and then it takes that horizontal rotation and it lifts it up vertically. And then you get that column of air to swirl. It attaches itself to the bottom of a cumulonimbus cloud, and all of a sudden you end up with a tornadic thunderstorm, okay? So at that point, when that lift brings that horizontal rotation vertical, you got a tornado warning that is going to happen. So let's talk about safety here. Safety, safety, safety. That is a huge thing. I don't know why this is playing over. This is what I want to get to. If there is a tornado warning, you immediately want to get to the lowest level of your house, whether it's a crawl space or a basement. Basement is preferable. You want to be away from windows. So the lowest level of your house, that's the safest place to be. Okay, so you live in an apartment. You don't have a basement. You don't have a crawl space. You live in a trailer. Okay, get to the most interior room of your house, away from windows. Preferably it's a bathroom or a powder room or a closet. Structurally speaking, you want to be in the heart of the house. First of all, if there's debris that's going to come through a window, it's less likely to get to you, but structurally that is the safest part of the house. So in the middle here, and if you're in a trailer, you want to get into the tub with pillows and blankets and everything. You want to cover your head. All right, don't try to outrun it because you don't know where it's going. It would be safer to stay put in one place and prepare for it to come through your area. Let's talk about CAPE. Not Cape May, not the Cape May bubble, but CAPE. It is convective available potential energy. And this basically shows us where the atmosphere is going to be cooking. And you see the oranges pretty much everywhere. So the atmosphere is going to have a lot of energy pent up. And the thunderstorms is the way of Mother Nature releasing that energy. It dissipates later on in the afternoon and evening, but the buildup happens through the course of late morning and early afternoon. All right, so here are our wind chances. This is kind of eye-popping because I don't even think during Tropical Storm Ida we had a 45% chance of damaging wind. This is elevated for our area. Granted, I think most of our southeast Pennsylvania communities have a much higher probability of seeing these damaging thunderstorms than, say, South Jersey. That is why we have that 45% chance for Allentown, Scranton, Philadelphia, Media, Lancaster, Newark, Delaware. But even into Sewell, Washington Township, Glassboro, Salem, Pennsville, you have that 30% chance of damaging winds in red and a 15% chance in yellow towards the coast. This brings us to a conversation that we have to have all the time because it is a popular question. What is the difference between a watch and a warning? Well, let's talk about it. I love to use tacos because it gives you a great visual. I'm a visual learner. I need to see something in front of me to make me understand. So a watch means that the ingredients, in this case, you got the greens, you got the spinach, you got the salsa, the onions, and the chicken, and the beef, and the quinoa, whatever, the sour cream, whatever you're putting into your taco. Those ingredients are on the table, and it means that a taco, a storm, is possible. When a warning is issued, This means that the ingredients, all of this has been put together in the shell, and a taco is actively being eaten right now. So your storm is happening right now. So if there's a tornado watch issued or a severe thunderstorm watch, it means that the conditions are there. It can happen. Go about your day, no worries. But the moment you see a warning pop up, that's when things change. That's when you have to take immediate action. So remember, a watch means that your ingredients are on the table. A warning means the ingredients are in the shell and you are about to eat that taco. This is a sin because it's almost 8 o'clock in the morning and now I am starving for tacos. That is not a good thing. Let's talk about our futurecast here for the next several hours. This one's to pop up a few showers out ahead of the main event. I don't know if that'll actually happen. I would like it to happen because that will starve some of the energy out of the atmosphere. This model wants to put in a little more in terms of cloud cover, but it's really looking like the clouds are going to stay broken at least for South Jersey. So this is 12 o'clock. We're watching the west. Right around the Philly metro area, okay, so you see Reading, east of Lancaster, just west of Philadelphia. This is 3:30 this afternoon. So we'll be watching for these strong storms to be coming right over the Delaware River around 4 o'clock, entering Collingswood, Haddonfield, Pennsville, down in Salem County, Salem, Bridgeton, and then getting right over into our area. Look at where you have the purple, even the black. If there's an area closer to the coast that I'm more concerned about than others, it's going to be up through Ocean and Monmouth County. I mean, look, that's probably large hail that model is depicting. Same thing, and let me zoom out a little bit because I don't know why it's not showing you the whole picture here. But we'll go down into the Atlantic County area, Atlantic County beaches. This is 5 o'clock. I know I have some friends down in Avalon. Talked to yesterday, golf tournament. Yesterday I said by 5 o'clock these storms will be getting to you. I think that is still the case, but sometime after 4 o'clock you might hear some thunder in the distance, so you might want to think about wrapping things up before 5 o'clock just to get ready. But these are pretty intense storms. Now the one thing that visual cell setup, they can become, there's more of a chance at least to become mesocyclonic in nature, and that just means that the storm begins to rotate. So if you see single cells, the chance of tornadoes ups a little bit. That gets out of here. There's still maybe some lingering showers and storms behind. I think by 8 o'clock, we are completely dry. So that's one forecast model. Here's another. This one is showing you the single cells out ahead of the main event. This is our in-house model. Very similar to the one I just showed you with this line of storms blasting through the area, getting out of here around 8 o'clock. So that is what we are looking at. The first part of the day is dry. After 2 o'clock, that's when we're going to begin to focus on the west, especially for the western sections of our viewing area. Camden, Gloucester, Lancaster, Bucks, Berks, Montgomery, Delaware, those areas. Those counties in southeast Pennsylvania likely seeing some rain sooner than everybody else. And again, I think damaging winds is the primary concern here. So mid and upper 70s for highs with enough sun. I can't discount us getting to 80 degrees. Much cooler at the beaches. This is good. This keeps you stable. This isn't going to prevent heavy rain from getting to you. It's not going to prevent thunderstorms, but it will prevent the worst of the weather from getting to you, because the winds should stay south to southeast, and that stabilizes the atmosphere. But look at that difference. Upper Township at 78, 66 just a few miles to the east in Ocean City. A little farther up the coastline, 72 in Barnegat, 63 in Asbury Park, 62 down in Ship Bottom. For tonight, storms are out of here. We gradually clear overnight. We'll drop down into the middle 50s going into your Tuesday. Beautiful weather. It'll be a bit breezy, no damaging winds or anything like that, but drier as the dew points come way down. Middle 70s will do it. Then on Wednesday, sun and clouds, 72, really nice weather. Now going forward beyond the 7-day forecast, it looks like the heat starts piling in, and this could continue into your Memorial Day weekend. I don't think it's going to be a repeat of where we were last Memorial Day, so that is good. Let's take a look at your 7-day forecast here. I got us at 72 on Wednesday, 74 on Thursday. How about 82 on Friday, near 90? Oh boy, that might be the first time I use the pool this season. Can't wait for that. Near 90 on Saturday. upper 70s. Well, Saturday could be another day where strong to severe thunderstorms come through, because look at that big change by 10 degrees. 78 on Sunday, and then extending this out to your 10-day forecast. Still some cooler weather there, just shy of 70, but not a huge step back in any direction. So that is good. So I think I got out everything that I wanted to. If you have any specific questions, I can't get down to what's Absecon going to see, what's Linwood going to see, how about Hamilton. What I can do is highlight the overall threat across the area and let you know that between 2 and 8 o'clock, we are looking at these thunderstorms. Now, can it fall apart? Yes. I think this is a boom or bust scenario. It's going to go boom if the sun stays out. But if you notice clouds moving in, if you notice the skies becoming overcast through this afternoon, that is a good sign that things could be calmer than expected. But I am concerned about damaging winds, trees down, power outages later on. So stay tuned right here to my Facebook page. Follow me. It's at Nor'easternick, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And this is also a good time to show you that I have a state-of-the-art website that is absolutely incredible. Everything that we're able to do over there. Let me pull this up. It's norcast.tv, or you can get there, nor'easternick.com. I have a whole severe weather setup. So you can go to the map, you can click where you live, you can click there, it's going to give you your hourly forecast, it's going to give you your live updated radar, all that kind of stuff. From the time you look at it, 12 hours into the future, it's going to give you your hourly forecast, it's going to show you where the rain is coming in. But look at this, we go to the severe weather conditions, and everything that you want is in one space. So you got your alerts when those pop up, you got power outages, you got your convective outlook, literally everything. So check it out, norcast.tv. All right, guys, I will leave you with a shot of the Great Egg Harbor Bay in Ocean City. Stay tuned for more updates throughout the day, and we will chat a little later.